Hello everybody, I'm Arglefump, the Nancy Drew Dude, and this is my video walkthrough for Star Trek Deep Space Nine Harbinger. So this is an adventure game from 1995. It's based on the Star Trek TV show, and I'm actually going to be live streaming this entire walkthrough. I'm playing it in front of an audience of 23 people, and let's get started. Space! I don't know if you can hear that, but that's a CD. I'm running off of CDs here. That looks fancy.
Personal log, Envoy Bannik. Stardate 48987.7. My assignment on Denivia is at last complete. I suppose it went well enough, but then again, not much can go wrong when all you're asked to do is attend formal dinners and smile graciously. Still, the Denivian Treaty will be a great help to the Federation's interest in the Gamma Quadrant. I've been recalled to Deep Space Nine to assist Ambassador Kerrig with a top priority assignment.
Approaching wormhole. Dropping out of warp.
Computer, continue 1/4 impulse. Kerrig didn't give much background, but he did ask for me personally. Strange. I always got the feeling he didn't think much of my abilities. Who knows, maybe this will be the assignment that changes his mind about me. I just hope I can impress the great
Okay,
Kerrig.
you're talking too long. Let's have something happen.
Shields up. Evasive maneuvers. Damage report.
Disruptor hits. Report nacelle damage.
Identify attacker.
Craft does not conform to any known configuration.
Cut impulse. Heading change 180 Mark 0. Full reverse impulse. Now.
Yep. Aliens interrupted his monologue with their evil killer drones shooting down Envoy Bannik's ship. Poor Envoy Bannik. Wait, do I have to shoot the...
reverse angle on
What's
fuel.
going on? How do I escape?
Where the hell is that wormhole?
The wormhole is approximately...
I see it. We're going to... Damn!
Wow, Envoy Bannik has a foul mouth. Envoy Bannik, stop cursing.
Vertical stabilizers offline. Inertial damage critical. Navigational shield failure imminent.
Reroute all available power to shields. Now what?
We have entered an active plasma storm.
Will shields hold?
Course change recommended.
Computer, I need impulse control.
Control circuit non-operational. Unable to comply with request.
Great.
Unidentified craft. Course headed for a collision.
Deep Space Nine, this is Envoy Bannik. I have an emergency situation here.
Can you hear me? Craft. I've got the ship's transfer. It's your no-go. Envoy Bannik ship. The fuck is this? They're beating from the plasma source.
Envoy Bannik, can you read?
Yes, Deep Space Nine. I can read you.
Competencies are out. Save he's completely out of control. And he's got a fractured plasma conduit. When any second.
Computer, create a containment field for the damaged plasma conduit.
Unable to comply with request.
Get a lock on it. Beam out there, now.
Trying. The plasma storm is not the storm. The core plasma coil is
Yeah, so bad things are happening.
Keep into the plasma.
I'm trying.
unable to comply with request. He's heading right to the docking. Quick, reverse tractor beam. Slow down the approach and stabilize the ship. The controls crash. I'm on it.
Computer, cut power to the engines.
Power. Unable to.
You know, I'm getting very tired of hearing that.
Or no. You can read. We're headed to the outer docking. We're going to try and bring you in safely.
Initiating graviton emitter.
Let's hope the hull can take it.
Hull integrity at got him. Docking 15 seconds. Flowing 100% maximum docking. 12 seconds. 180. 170.
Yeah, so I mean this opening scene is not the best. It's kind of impossible to figure out what's going on. It's,
4.
Computer?
3.
Computer!
2. Brace for impact.
yeah, Yeah, definitely not the best opening scene ever. Anyway, the point is, I am Envoy Bannik. It is a long cutscene, isn't
Right
it?
away, sir. Faster would be better. I can't, sir. We don't want to... That's enough. But, sir, stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through.
You're alive. Good. Odo to Cisco.
Go ahead.
I'm on board the Orinoco, Captain. The automatic safety systems have failed.
Envoy Bannik.
Appears uninjured. I'm initiating emergency shutdown procedures.
Hurry, Constable. You've got 8 minutes before the IPS overblows. I don't want any more fireworks today.
Neither do I, Captain. Odo out. Envoy, if you're able to stand, I could use your help. The damage from the storm must have fractured a plasma conduit. We've got to shut down the main power relay before it overloads and floods this compartment with radiation.
Yeah, so let me try to explain basically what happened. Okay, so I was you know, on my mission in the Gamma Quadrant. I was told to come back to Deep Space Nine when aliens attacked, and then bad things happened, and things were exploding, and the cutscene went on for far too long. So now my spaceship has crash landed on Deep Space Nine, which is basically an airport, and I need to somehow stop my computer spaceship from exploding, because if I don't, everything's going to be destroyed in 8 minutes.
The damage to the ship, it wasn't the plasma storm.
Not the plasma storm? Then... whatever caused it, we've got to shut these systems down now.
How can I help you?
I think I can realign the plasma coil from here if you can repair the damage to the main propulsion grid.
Okay.
How should I access the grid?
To your left, you'll see a panel marked main propulsion. There should be an alert flashing. You'll need to get inside the panel to vent off the plasma and replace the damaged chips.
Okay, I'll find it.
I love how this guy knows more about where things are on my spaceship than I do. That is beautiful. Anyway, this is Odo. He's the main policeman on Deep Space Nine. You know, he's the guy who runs Star Trek Airport. And he's telling me I need to solve some sort of puzzle. Here we go, puzzle.
Warning. Uncontained plasma in conduit B.
Alrighty, okay.
Plasma conduit sealed.
Let's see, I think what I need to do is figure out which piece goes in the red flashing spot. I think that's how this puzzle works, so that would be here. That piece?
Plasma injectors offline.
Oh wait, no, okay. Here we go. So that piece...
Plasma injectors back online.
Never mind, what you do is you click on a piece,
Monitoring systems offline.
and then I need to move it into place. So I think that piece goes down here in the bottom right-hand corner, right?
Monitoring systems back online.
Let's see, this looks like here.
Reactant injectors offline.
Okay, so I move that piece down there.
Reactant injectors back online.
Okay, did I fix everything?
Automatic safety systems back online. Shutdown completed.
Great, okay, so I saved everything. Now let's go back to Odo. That's this guy's name, by the way, Odo.
I did it. Shutdown completed.
Odo to Cisco. It seems your envoy knows his engineering systems. The Orinoco is out of danger.
Well done. I'll have the envoy beamed directly to us.
Sometimes this game gets a little slow because it's running off of CDs, so sorry about that. We had to wait a couple of minutes while the computer loaded that awesome animation of me being loaded to ops. Oh wow, I'm in ops now, everybody.
Envoy Bannik, welcome to Deep Space Nine. I'm Captain Benjamin Sisko, commander of the station. May I introduce my second in command, Major Kira Nerys, and my science officer, Lieutenant Jadzia Dak.
Envoy Bannik. We almost lost you, Envoy. What exactly happened to you in the Orinoco?
Some ships attacked me on the far side of the wormhole.
Attacked you?
Major, go to yellow alert. Shields up. Activate station defenses.
At once, Captain. Envoy Bannik, could you identify the craft that attacked you?
Okay, so this is where we get to pick. Let me see. I have no idea who attacked me or why. It was really weird.
I'm not sure. It happened too fast.
We can replay the Orinoco's logs, if they haven't been destroyed.
Good idea. Cisco to Odo. Constable, you have the situation under control?
Yes, Captain. It won't fly anytime soon, but...
Are the ship logs intact? Lieutenant Dax would like to see them.
Yes, Captain. Did Envoy Bannik inform you his ship was attacked?
Yes, Constable. Can you confirm that?
Phased disruptors, Captain, intelligently aimed. The anti-proton residue is unmistakable. I'm sending what's left of the ship's records to you now.
Thank you, Constable. Cisco out. Envoy, this attack could have serious implications. Several heavily armed drone craft arrived with the aliens you and Ambassador Kerrig must negotiate with. We need to be certain whether or not it was these craft that attacked the Orinoco. Please step over to join Lieutenant Dax.
I will. Give me just one moment here, Benny. Okay, so basically saying there are aliens that attacked me, and there are aliens which showed up to ruin the negotiations. So wait, whoa, are these the same aliens?
Which aliens are these, Captain?
Pardon me, Envoy. Of course you haven't been briefed. The aliens call themselves the Scythians. It's a first contact situation. Ambassador Kerrig can tell you more about them.
Okay, so Kerrig is here.
Captain, is Ambassador Kerrig here on the station?
Yes. He's in his quarters, anxiously anticipating your arrival. I believe he needs assistance with the aliens.
Now I'll join Dax. Thanks, Captain.
Okay, so let's talk to Dax.
Lieutenant?
Yes, could you come around and have a look at this?
Of course.
Come around, you spin me right round, baby, right round. We have to talk to her at a very specific angle, unless I'm totally mistaken. Hey Cisco, how's it going? You can just stand there and stare at... Now I'm behind him! That's creepy. Okay. Let's back away from him. Alright, so how do we actually get to Dax? This navigation is a little confusing to me here. Here we go. Spinning in an upper circle. Okay, so for those of you just turning in, I have sort of crash landed on this alien, well, it's not an alien spaceship. Anyway, I'm here on Deep Space Nine, and I'm trying to talk to Lieutenant Dax about the aliens that attacked me. Here we go. I think this is the right angle.
Lieutenant, you have something to show me?
Yes, Envoy. This is the playback of the station log.
Okay, that looks vaguely familiar. I mean, those little small things were like the ones that attacked me.
Those small ships.
They're drones, actually, robotic craft. No life forms on board any of them.
Those small ships look familiar.
Do they look like the craft that attacked the Orinoco?
Yes.
I'm almost positive that they are.
Captain, the Envoy believes he was attacked by the Scythian drones. We'll verify that from his ship logs. This is the log we retrieved from your ship's computer. Parts of the records are damaged.
Evasive maneuvers. Damage report.
Organized damage.
Cut impulse. Heading 1-0. Full burst impulse.
There. I'm beginning an analysis.
Let's get some answers, Lieutenant.
I don't understand. The drones here have been completely docile. They had every opportunity to strike during the evacuation.
The evacuation?
Evacuation?
The plasma storm we had to clear. The match is positive, Captain. This drone is configured exactly the same as those now surrounding Deep Space Nine.
What caused it to attack, Lieutenant?
The Orinoco probably violated their alert zone. Their response? They attacked.
Major, contact Ambassador Kerrig. We must have a serious talk with our Scythian friends. Lieutenant, analyze the drone behavior further. Why are they here?
Impossible to tell. The plasma storm...
Captain Kerrig is in his room, but he doesn't respond.
Envoy, if you could go to the habitat ring and rouse the Ambassador.
Captain, elevated neutrino levels. Something's coming through the wormhole.
Envoy, relay that request. Lieutenant?
It's a drone. Unmanned, different. Sending out a signal.
Captain, the drones are responding. It's an attack formation.
Red alert. Phasers, lock on. Dax, get me the Scythian ship.
Hailing. Captain, the Scythian leader.
Sir, our sensors indicate that your drones are taking up attack positions. What is the meaning of this?
Attack?
We will be forced to destroy the drones.
Captain, we can't lock on. The plasma storm.
Defend. Destroy.
You want us to destroy?
Hit a #1 shield.
Damn this storm. We're going to manual targeting.
Everybody take a station.
Bannik, you'll control Bank 5. Stand by.
But Envoy Bannik is a diplomat.
With a weapons proficiency rating of 8.
Major, release Bank 5 to Bannik.
The bank is on manual targeting, Bannik. Releasing phasers to your control. Now!
Okay, now we get a little fight scene. Okay, so the point of the scene is to shoot these,
Near reactor
I
4.
have them, Major.
basically you click to destroy them. Come on, okay, got one.
Damage on Deck 5.
They've moved out of my sector.
Wow, why am I so bad at this? Okay.
I can't get a visual.
Dax, the plasma.
Compensating for visual interference.
Alright.
Captain, the drones are regrouping.
Come on, I think I have to destroy like a minimum number of drones in order to pass the scene. Otherwise, Deep Space Nine is destroyed.
Outreach on level 3. Confinement shields up. We're taking hits, Captain.
Activating Caterin force field.
Yeah, got rid of some of them. I love how it just stays in place and I still manage to miss it. I am so bad at this.
Bannik, target's moving into your sector.
I do not have a level 8 proficiency.
111, Mark 4. Warning, shield failure imminent.
Only a few left.
Good work, Envoy. That's it. Stand down from battle.
We did it! Okay, we made it through. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so, what just happened, Jadzia? Dax, Lieutenant Dax.
One moment, Envoy. Captain, we have a ruptured bulkhead on Deck 5.
Outer or inner bulkhead?
Outer. Structural damage 2.
I'll take this one, Major.
Certainly, Captain. Routing engineering control to you now.
Tell me, Envoy, your impressions of our enemy.
Those were lethal and relentless.
They could have killed us all.
Actually, the station sustained very little damage.
The but enough to know those drones mean business, Lieutenant.
What is their business? What do they want?
I think the Scythians hold the answer to that question. Everything about the drones, power hierarchies, hull structure, warp arrays, clearly parallels the Scythian design.
I don't envy you your assignment, Envoy.
Yeah, okay, so everybody's thinking that the drones... Yeah, now that we're 20 minutes into the game, we're kind of like starting getting this done for real. Okay, so everybody's thinking those drones, the drones which just attacked Deep Space Nine, everybody thinks they belong to the Scythians. The Scythians, the aliens that I am here to negotiate with, along with Ambassador Kerrig.
They were boring in from every side. No evasive tactics, no pattern attacks, no enfilade.
No self-preservation instinct.
Just attack, and to hell with surviving it.
They seem determined to destroy themselves, all right. But I thought their attack was confused.
Their actions seem confused to you, Envoy.
Confused? No, it was a planned attack.
No, they had a plan. It just wasn't very effective.
Maybe it wasn't meant to be effective.
What?
It wasn't really an attack, you mean? Then what was it?
A warning?
It was a warning.
If it's a warning, it succeeded. We certainly got that message.
Normal people use subspace communications, Envoy.
Was it a mistake?
It could have been a mistake of some sort.
Very possibly. An attack without a prior threat, or punishment without a stated purpose, often indicates a tragic misunderstanding of some sort.
If it's a mistake, they've learned it was theirs. But I don't think that's the situation here.
They were just probing our defenses.
Dax, the Envoy may be onto something. The drones only fired to make sure we'd fire back.
Major, do you mean they deliberately held their fire?
When we were fighting the Cardassians, sometimes we would attack an outpost, just to test its defenses. To plan our real attack.
I'll research it, analyze the patterns of attack. I think we may be onto something. Thank you, Envoy.
Good. In the meantime, the turbo lifts, I'm not showing damage, but they're down all over the station. Could you?
Right away. Excuse me, Envoy.
Okay, so, cool. So I'm going to leave these guys to worry about the evil drones that are attacking the station. I'm just going to get on with my job of meeting up with Ambassador Kerrig and talking with these Scythian aliens. Oh, hey, Cisco. Should we talk to Commander Cisco, or is he Captain Cisco?
Envoy, we seem to be out of danger for the moment.
We certainly do.
Is the station badly damaged?
Apparently no. No casualties. Some circuits out, overloaded. A few hull breaches, nothing serious. We had containment fields up already because of the storm. It's a tough old Cardassian fortress, Envoy. We're out of danger, but we're still in trouble. We're cut off completely from help on Bajor, or reinforcements from Starfleet. And we're severely short-handed.
Yeah, so there's a plasma storm, which is basically the game's excuse for none of the other characters in the game from the TV show to actually be in the game, if that makes sense, and it stops anybody from coming here to help save us.
Short-handed? Why, Captain?
The station's been evacuated, Envoy, because of the storm. Plasma disruptions like this one have been known to rip ships and stations in two. Even tough old Cardassian ones.
He keeps mentioning Cardassians. Okay, let's talk about Cardassians.
Cardassian? Isn't this a Federation outpost?
No, Envoy. The Bajorans own this station. Turned over to them by treaty with the Cardassians. The Federation is here only at the invitation of the Bajoran government.
The Cardassians left us with a pitiful excuse for an infrastructure, Envoy. Systems of spit and wire.
But it's still got a backbone of solid uranium. Good thing, too.
So, basically, if you've never watched Star Trek Deep Space Nine, they're sort of explaining the background to the situation, and that's one of the good things about this game, is it really explains everything that's going on and all the characters, just in case you have no idea what the show is like. Or you could totally ignore them and just say, hey, just give me my assignment. I just want my assignment. But I'm going to ask about the evacuation here. And people in the chat are saying they are just talking statues. These characters do not move. They just sit and stare at you and talk.
Were you able to evacuate the station completely? Before the storm rose, I mean.
Yes, or almost. Transports took about 500 people to Beijo for safety. Almost all the station personnel. But one transport didn't make it out. Isn't that right, Major?
An old Subite freighter. First they were hung up on a docking clamp, then stabilizer problems. They were lucky to make it back to the station.
The passengers are now in a designated safe zone. Level 7, Section 5.
Otherwise known as Quark's Bar. A Ferengi establishment.
Yes, less than 24 people on board and still he insists on staying open. There's probably a rule of acquisition that addresses even this situation.
The riskier the road, the greater the profit. Number 62.
Okay. Can I get my assignment now?
I want to get on with my assignment, Captain.
You must help Ambassador Kerrig open up lines of communication with the Scythians. We've got to determine their relationship to the drones. Are they enemies? Or are we...
Captain, the drone that fled the station attack. It was recording data the whole time. Locations of our phaser banks, shield generators, our vulnerable spots.
Permission to pursue, Captain.
Permission denied, Major. We need the Defiant. Dax, I want you to analyze these drone activities. All of them. Right now it's the only clue we have to their intentions. Major Kira, I want you to load a weapons sled onto one of the runabouts and prepare it for immediate deployment.
Right away, Captain. I'll use the Hudson. It's more maneuverable. I'll be finished here in a few minutes.
Now, Envoy, where were we?
So this game was made in 1995, and at least, yeah, the character models do look accurate. They do look like the characters on the show, and they got the people who are on the show to voice these characters. So that's pretty cool. So, what's my assignment?
We were talking about my assignment.
Yes. You understand the importance, don't you, Envoy? The Scythians are our best link to whoever or whatever has taken a dislike to our being here. We're depending on Ambassador Kerrig to open that link. And the Ambassador is obviously depending on your help.
Ambassador?
What are the details, Captain?
You'd best learn the details from the Ambassador.
Okay, thanks for not helping.
Where are the Scythians now?
Their ship is moored at the end of Corridor A, Docking Bay 3. Security is watching them.
Where can I find Ambassador Kerrig?
His quarters are in the habitat room, cabin 6A. It shouldn't be hard to find. If you have any trouble, contact Odo, our chief of security.
Odo is the shapeshifter.
Changeling is a more diplomatic term.
I'll leave now and report to Ambassador Kerrig in his quarters.
Good. Thanks. See if you can restore power to the Turbulent. After all he's done for us, I'd rather not force Envoy Bannik to use the stairs.
I'm trying. Envoy, I can get you as far as the promenade. You'll have to walk from there.
Thank you, Envoy. That's all.
Okay, now in this game's fairness, Captain Sisko generally stands around like a statue and talks like this the entire time. Okay, so we've got, hey, buddy. And we've got the turbo lift, which is Star Trek for elevator. So we're going to take the elevator to the promenade. So that's basically the area in this airport. It's the part of the airport where they have, they have all the, the stores and the food places.
Take me to the promenade.
Due to emergency security precautions, promenade access has been restricted. Areas currently available to access are Section 5, Levels 7 and 8. Please specify desired destination.
Lower.
Promenade, Level 7, Section 5.
Cool. Okay, so now we get to the promenade. And this is one of the really, really cool things about this game, is that it's really designed to look just like the TV show. They did a great job in, you know, reenacting the show and the set. So it really feels like, hey, look, I'm walking around on this actual show. Although spinning around in a circle appears to be something a bit of a difficulty for me. So let's go. Okay, that's my elevator.
Jenny, I'm deducting that from your pay.
Let's go to Quark's bar, everybody. This is Quark's bar. Okay, let's talk to Quark. He's right here. Although it doesn't look like we can talk to him quite yet. Okay, let's move here. Step forward. And now talk to Quark.
What do you mean he... What have you done?
We did nothing. The situation had already occurred before we arrived.
All I wanted was a simple exchange. Now you've made that impossible.
Someone else must have known about the items.
The deal is off. I can't be seen talking to you.
The deal is definitely off. We're leaving at our earliest opportunity. We suggest you do the same.
Excuse me.
Ambassador, Envoy Bannik, you took me by surprise. I'm so glad you stopped in. I'm Quark, the owner of this establishment. What can I do for you today? A drink? A session in the holosuites?
Okay, so this is Quark, and who is he just talking to? Ooh, I want a drink. I want a drink.
I could use something to drink.
Wonderful! What can I get you?
Well, bartender, get me the orange stuff.
What's the orange stuff over there?
Tranya? It's a little syrupy, but good. But why not treat yourself? Have a Star Drifter.
Star Drifter? Oh, yeah.
All right.
Perfect. One Star Drifter coming up. Major Kira's got a weakness for these on bad days.
What do you mean, on bad days?
Oh, nothing. Enjoy. Now, you're with the Tyrian delegation, aren't you?
Yeah, so, Carolyn in the chat is saying, was that much of a shady conversation? Shady conversation much? Yeah, Quark is basically a criminal. Bartender criminal, and now he's giving me free alcohol.
Interesting. Oh.
And I passed out drunk.
He's coming around. Tyrians have such low tolerance levels.
I can't believe you served him a Star Drifter.
I'm supposed to refuse a new patron's request? Careful getting up there, Envoy. Don't worry, Envoy. The effects should wear off in a few seconds.
What was in that?
What was in that thing?
Clears your head right up, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Feeling better? We were just discussing your negotiations with the Scythians. You thought my experience could be of assistance to us.
What? No, I was not telling you about my job as a negotiator. You're a greedy jerk, and how are you going to help?
How exactly would you help our negotiations with the Scythians?
Well, as the Nagus' official liaison with the Gamma Quadrant, I could be invaluable to your negotiations. We could arrange a few quiet discussions about trade opportunities, build an export portfolio. It could be very profitable for both of us.
What's a Nagus?
The Nagus is a who, not a what, technically speaking. He's the master of Ferengi commerce, a financial genius. But, as I was saying, the Scythians may not be aware of the wonderful opportunities that a Ferengi trade alliance would offer them.
Yeah, so I have a feeling he's just trying. I mean, obviously he's a greedy criminal, and he's just trying to buddy up to me because he's hoping to turn my job into some sort of profit for him.
What do you mean profitable for both of us? Are you proposing some sort of business partnership?
A partnership, exactly. If you can arrange for me to meet with a Scythian leader for, let's say, 30 minutes, I'll see to it you receive 7% of the profits of my negotiations. No credits. Just pure, untraceable, gold-pressed platinum.
Really? Really? You're giving me 7%? 7%? You're greedy. No way, that's a bribe.
Are you attempting to bribe a member of the Federation Diplomatic Corps?
Bribe? What? I never. I'm merely...
I think you better quit while you're ahead, Quark.
Wait! What about the hall suites? Aren't you interested?
No? Well, what kind do you have?
Exactly what kind of programs do you have available?
What kind would interest you? Something to relax with? A Loriento massage, perhaps? Or, how about something to stimulate? The Orion slave auctions.
You'll never get that up.
What's that supposed to mean?
The power restrictions? You don't have enough juice to run those.
The lockdown for the plasma storm, they've restricted my power allotment. No respect for a man's profits. Anyway, we'll rustle something up. Be my guest. Computer, register 10 complimentary holosuite credits for customer Bannik.
Registered?
They're upstairs to the right. Take your time.
Thanks. I'll use it later. Bye.
Envoy is short for Envoy Extraordinary. Well, I'm a good guy who doesn't accept bribes, so, sorry, Quark. I'm not gonna let you in on the negotiations. This is the first time anybody's met these aliens before. We want things to go well. And there's a woman here. She's not a character from the TV show Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Her name is Janet Tharin, I think her name is.
Hello? Still on break, then?
Mm-hmm. Looks that way. Say, what happened to you?
So she is Johnny. Johnny, yeah, that's her name. Johnny Tharin.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you look like Miles O'Brien after a hard day in the lower core. A really hard day.
Oh, Star Trek references.
These are flash burns? The sleeve was all ripped up. Too bad. Nice suit.
Oh, no, yeah, my suit is ruined, yeah. It's because we crashed.
I had planned on meeting Ambassador Kerrig, but I crashed my runabout.
No kidding. Well, that would explain the smudges, the rips, and the burns. Mr. Kerrig is to be happy to see you.
Mr. Kerrig, he is a tailor, and he is basically one of the best characters on the show, but sadly he's not in this game, so we're just gonna ignore him, okay?
We haven't been formally introduced. My name is Bannik.
Yes, I know. I heard Quark, mention your name. My name is Johnny.
Johnny? Johnny what?
Dabo girls don't have last names, Bannik. It's Theron. Johnny Theron.
Tell me more about yourself, Johnny.
Just another adventurous soul marooned in space. Wouldn't you really rather talk about yourself? A far more interesting subject, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, somebody just mentioned O'Brien, Miles O'Brien. Johnny mentioned it. Sorry, Kaylee. Miles O'Brien is not going to appear in this game. Neither is Dr. Bashir. Sad. So, we've got some of the major cast members, from the TV show, which aren't in this game. Let's just say they were evacuated with everybody else. So let's talk about myself. gonna flirt with this girl.
Let me tell you all about myself, Johnny.
Johnny, these glasses need to be rubbed.
Rub them yourself. I'm with a customer. An important customer. Tell me, Bannik, are you important?
Oh, I'm very important.
I'm an envoy in the Tyrian Diplomatic Corps, United Federation of Planets. I'm here to assist Ambassador Kerrig.
I've met diplomats before. Working at the Dabo table, you meet everybody. You just don't spend much time with the losers, that's all. Unless they're rich.
So she's talking about Dabo. You can kind of see that there in the background. It's basically roulette. This bar basically lets you play roulette.
I don't follow you.
Hey! Johnny! He's frowning. Are you annoying the customers again? Leave Envoy Bannik alone. I'll be ready for inventory in just a minute.
Okay, well, it looks like that's the end of the conversation. Let's talk some more.
My boss said I should leave you alone.
What do you say? I have a few questions about your boss.
Quirk? There's nothing to know about him. He just tries to be a good Ferengi. Faithfully worships the rules of acquisition, thankful to grub out a small, honest profit when he can. Which is rarely.
Are you kidding? The Ferengi lust for profit is legendary.
Really? I had no idea.
Quark seems awfully anxious to meet the new aliens.
I think he's more interested in acquainting himself with their latinum reserves. Look, if you want to know the truth, come talk to me when Big Ears isn't around. Some other time, all right? We can tell each other our life stories.
Okay.
This is a Dabo table, right? I've heard a lot about the game. Can you show me how to play?
It's easy to play Dabo. Just put your latinum on the table.
I don't have any latinum, but the Tyrian delegation has a credit.
Look, I'll do you a favor. Here's the secret to winning at Dabo. It's a lot like winning at life. Rule 1 is don't play if you can't afford to lose. Rule 2 is don't play by yourself. It's boring. Rule 3 is don't watch the wheel, watch the girl because she knows. You got all that? Let's talk later, Bannik, when we're alone. For now, I'm on break. The Dabo table is closed.
You mentioned someone named Kerrig?
Johnny! That's enough of your gossip. Leave the envoy alone. Now! I'll dock you 2 weeks' pay.
That won't be necessary. I was just leaving. For now.
Okay. I like how she calls Quark Big Ears, because he's got giant ears. Well, we can at this point go upstairs, and check out the holosuites, but that is complicated. Basically what you do is the only holosuite program available is a training simulation where you get to fight and shoot aliens, like we kind of had earlier. So, I was really bad at that earlier, so I'm not going to do that. So let me just walk down the hallways. By the way, these things here are like computer screens. We can interact with them.
Computer? Where is everybody anyway?
Please restate your request.
Locate Major Kira.
Major Kira is located in the lower court, level 19.
Oh, okay.
What's my current location?
You are currently located on the lower promenade.
Access, station directory. I need to find a location.
Accessed. State desired destination.
I'm trying to get to Ambassador Kerrig. Got a little distracted, but...
How can I get to Habitat Ring A?
The Habitat Ring is the intermediate ring structure of Deep Space Nine. Turbolifts to this area are currently under repair. Access through main corridors only.
Aww, sadness. So how do I get away from this thing? I just back away? Okay, yeah, I just back away. Da, 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 da. That's the Replimat. That right there. This is the exit, but I'm trying to meet Mr. Odo, who is somewhere here, maybe? Okay, so let's meet with Odo. Why didn't they put Lita in the game instead of this Johnny? I don't know. Was Lita introduced in the series at this point? This came out around the time of the 3rd season, which everybody agrees is when the show got really, really, really good. Season 3 is when the show got great. As opposed to Voyager, I've just been watching Voyager. That got good around season 5, and that's sad because it's like, well, the show is 2/3 of the way over, basically. And then it starts getting good. It was sad.
Envoy, I thought you were on your way to meet Ambassador Kerrig.
I am.
I wanted to thank you for your help back in the runabout. I wouldn't have made it out of there without you.
Oh, yes. You humanoids seem to regard shared danger as a bonding experience. You're welcome.
Okay, so this guy, he's Odo. He's a shapeshifter, which is cool. He can turn into like any shape he wants to. And he's the police officer, so he has his hands full trying to take care of Quark.
I've never met a shapeshifter before.
How can you be sure?
Well, I guess I'm not.
Now, consider yourself lucky you haven't run into my people before. They're not particularly friendly to your kind, generally. I've met quite a few of your race in my time. Diplomats, consuls, delegates. You Tyrians certainly have a talent for bureaucracy. You're a patient species, though, I'll give you that.
I'm not all that patient.
I hope I'm not a disappointment to you then, Mr. Odo. Tyrian or not, patience has never been my strong suit.
A restless Tyrian? I'll have to keep my eye on you.
Your local bartender takes a great interest in galactic affairs.
Quark? I'll bet he does. The Scythians.
Exactly. I was surprised how much he knew about them. Have they been around the station much?
Quark's a Ferengi, Envoy. He can smell profit a parsec away. I'd stay away from him if I were you. You let him get a foot in and he'll stick to you like a Thalosian nerve parasite. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to examine these passenger records.
Oh, sorry for interrupting, sir. Let's talk to him some more, though.
What is it now, Envoy?
Hi, you're my best friend. Where is Kerrig?
I wondered if you could help me locate the ambassador's quarters.
Oh, I'm the security chief, Envoy, not the station information booth. Why don't you go be diplomatic somewhere else?
Ow. Aww. Okay, well, he's angry at me. Let's turn around and leave. Oh, wait, we've got one more new character. We've got a couple of new characters, actually. 2 more new characters. Let me talk to the one. It's upstairs here, I believe. This is also a character who does not appear on the show. This is a Bajoran Vedic. So she is a religious figure.
Pardon me, traveler. Your face is unfamiliar. Have you newly come from the passage?
The passage?
The passage.
The passage wherein lies the celestial temple of the prophets. The wormhole, as it is called by those who do not yet believe.
Yes, I came through the wormhole a little while ago.
I have waited all my life for such a pilgrimage, to enter the gates of the temple. Did you... Answer carefully. Did you encounter the prophets on your voyage?
Okay, so, This is kind of getting into the show. I mean, this kind of gets into the show more than the actual game. It's not super necessary, but they think the aliens that live inside the wormhole are in fact prophets slash gods.
I'm not very familiar with your Bajoran culture yet. Which prophets are these?
The prophets are the very center of Bajoran spiritual life. The passage, the wormhole you traveled, contains their celestial temple. Such a tragedy that so many who pass through those gates do not perceive their sanctity. But the prophets guide us all, even those who do not yet understand their instruction. Even you, traveler.
I was more interested in getting through alive than meeting the entities that live there. I was attacked just before my ship entered the wormhole.
Attacked? At the very portal to the celestial temple? The prophets are patient to suffer such sacrilege. So, still they have sent no sign. Perhaps they wish to see how we will face this test alone.
Are you facing some kind of trial?
Merely an expression. The prophets continually test our faith.
I'm sorry, I've really got to be going.
Of course, of course. Don't let me keep you. Our paths will cross again. The Temple of the Prophets draws you, traveler.
I'm Envoy Bannik with the Federation's Tyrian Diplomatic Corps, and you are...
Your humble servant, Vedek Rasmus of the Dartanan province.
Why are you still here on Deep Space Nine? I thought the station had been evacuated.
Deep Space Nine. Strange to me still, after 4 years, to hear it so named. When I came here last, this place was Terek Nor, a Cardassian knife at the throat of Bajor.
Yep.
You lived here during the Cardassian occupation of Bajor? I thought the station was some kind of fortress back then.
It was. They brought me here, as they did thousands of others, to labor as a slave in their ore processors. Now, it is my Pach that brings me here to prepare for the rising in accordance with the ancient texts.
What is the Rising? A spiritual festival?
Only in the most tragic sense. A festival of spirits. The Rising is the time when the Borjas...
Borjas?
Borjas, the spirits of the unconsecrated Bajoran dead.
Phantoms?
If you like. During the Rising, these spirits must be put to rest. If they are not, their Pach forces them to return, to walk in the footsteps of the living. Terek Nor knows many such tortured spirits.
What puts these spirits at peace?
When a Bajoran dies, his soul must be released to oneness with the prophets. The death chant must be said individually for each lost spirit. It is a time-consuming process.
You mentioned your Pa. Does that have to do with the prophets also?
I've kept you too long already. The spirits of Terek Nor await my prayers, and I'm sure you have business of your own to attend to. Our paths may cross again, Envoy Bannik. In the meantime, may the prophets be with you.
Alright, so she's doing some sort of praying for all the people who died here during the war, which is nice of her. So now, I think we can finally go get out of this area and finally, follow up on our mission, which is to meet Ambassador Kerrig. Okay, so I think he's somewhere down. I think I go to the right. Again, this is really cool. It's like we're walking on the actual TV show.
Computer?
Directions to visitor quarters.
Where are the visitors' quarters?
Visitors' quarters are located throughout the habitat ring.
Locate Ambassador Kerrig.
Ambassador Kerrig is located in Visitors' Quarters 6A, in the habitat ring, level 11, section 6.
Yeah, so those directions don't really help me out. I think maybe... Is he here?
Turbolifts to this area are currently under repair. Nearest operational turbolifts are located in the lower promenade.
Yeah, it's kind of shame they weren't able to get the lady who does the voices for the computer on this
Computer?
Oh, this is it! Hey guys! Okay, we found it. This is Kerrig's door. Okay, Kerrig.
Open the door to Habitat Room 6A.
Habitat Room 6A is inhabited. Visitors are requested to utilize the entry chime to request admission from the occupant.
I've already done that. No one answered.
By disregarding the entry chime, the occupant is demonstrating a desire to remain undisturbed. Visitors are requested to respect this request.
But he's inside. I need to talk to him.
This is an emergency. Open the door.
Access denied. Guest privacy seal has been activated.
Computer, override the seal on Visitors' Quarters 6A.
Please provide security access code.
Great.
Incorrect code. Security access code is required to override guest privacy seal. Access denied.
Okay, well, we need the help of somebody. So who do you think will help us open the door? Who has security clearance?
Open the door to Habitat Room 6A.
Habitat Room 6A is inhabited. Visitors are requested to utilize the entry chime to request admission from the occupant.
Computer, who can authorize access to Room 6A?
Emergency access can be authorized from main security or by utilizing the current security override code.
Computer, override the seal on Visitors' Quarters 6A.
Please provide security access code.
Computer, I don't...
Incorrect code. Security access code is required to override guest privacy seal. Access denied.
It is taking an insane amount of self-control to not pronounce Kerrig like Kerrig. The coffee. Oh, man. I don't know how to pronounce the coffee, so that's how I am totally able to get away with pronouncing this name correctly. Well, we have to go back to Odo, because he's the one with security clearance, because he's the chief of security. So we're going to talk to him and get him to open the door for us. Let's see. It's a very sassy computer, yes. Okay, so tell you what, I'm going to save... Oh, okay, so I right-click in order to get to the save thing here, and then, sassy computer. We'll save it as sassy computer. See you in the next video, everybody.